Hey guys, I had a quick tutorial on how to remove your 110mm clutch. So you take your clutch puller, as in the kit, you got 3 little billet spacers. These just sit on your 3 bolt holes. We obviously want to remove the center bolt first, so that's what we're going to be doing. Get your puller set up the right way around, which I'm just showing you how not to do it. There you go. You got your 3 shorter M6 socket caps. Each of these just secure the puller to the engine. So we're just going to loosely get them for the minute. All we're trying to do is act as basically like a clutch stopper, so that we can, a piston stopper, so that we can lock the engine up. So you've got your 3 bolts there securing it. Now you've got these 3 longer bolts. These are going to screw into the 3 threaded holes in the back plate. Dead simple. Screw these down. Now the clutch is locked in place. So we've secured the clutch. So we can undo the main central bolt. This one here, I'm just going to have to turn it up because it's nice and snug. Right, perfect. Got that bolt loosened off. Now we can wind him out. So you're probably just going to want to remove the puller for a moment so that you can get that bolt out. We can go to the next stage of pulling the actual back plate off. Okay, so just set the puller down to one side for a moment. Now that bolt's out of the way. Now this piece, a little bit of threaded rod and a back nut, this is quite an important part of the puller, in the sense that this now screws into the end of the crankshaft. And the idea of it is this nut, we're going to adjust this so that it sits underneath the bottom of the puller and supports the puller when you're actually putting pressure on these 3 threaded holes to pull the clutch off. And this just makes sure that you cannot pull the crankshaft across in the engine. It keeps everything stable, provides the puller with support, but more importantly, prevents any load on the crankshaft. So you screw that in a nice little way so that the threads have got plenty of strength, and this nut, then we're going to adjust this in a minute to get it the right height. So I'm grabbing my puller again. I'm going to drop this over here. Get these 3 bolts started. Now you can see at the minute I've got the nut too high, so I'm just going to use a small screwdriver just to sort of flick the nut down. And I'm going to adjust it till it's at a very similar height to the 3 billet spacers, which is about there. That's nice. Now that nut is now just supporting this plate. Just nip these 3 down. Don't need to be ridiculously tight, just snug so that it's got it. And now we just line up the clutch with our 3 main pulling bolts, which are all 12.9 socket caps, nice and strong. Now the other important part of this is you're going to go around the bolts evenly until you actually pop the clutch off. So just get them all started and then just work your way around. Keep doing each one in small increments. I'm just going like a flat of a socket cap. There you go, and it's popped off. That's the kind of thing we're looking for. And if you work nice and evenly around each 3 bolt, it'll pull it quite simply. You've now got your clutch off the crankshaft without causing any problems, and you can remove your puller. 3 bolts. And the whole clutch will come with it. Obviously we've got to pop these off now so that we can get the central support out. And that's the clutch safely removed. Put the puller out of the way for a moment. Don't lose your 3 billet spacers. Undo your central rod, and the clutch is now free to remove. Simple as that.